Okay, so we just dropped an amazing new podcast today on goRIA.com. If you go to the website, you'll see it's right at the top of the page. And you will also see it was with Mr. Thomas Peterffy, who you will know as the founder of Interactive Brokers. It was truly an amazing story, as I like to do when we have these iconic guests, and you could describe Mr. Peterffy as nothing but iconic in this industry for sure, with an origin story. And his origin story was absolutely fantastic, how he came over from Hungary and built Interactive Brokers to be one of the leading firms in our space. And from there, we went on to talk about his thoughts on the RIA space. One of the things I always like to ask our guests is sort of a compare and contrast the broker-dealer world to the RIA world. His answer to that was fantastic. I'm going to give you a little taste of that in just a moment. And then we also went on to talk about what is the difference between custodians, right? Of which there are multiple custodians for us RIAs to choose from. And he, unsurprisingly, had some really interesting commentary on that as well. So here's a little taste of the interview, but I would certainly recommend going to the website today to check out the full thing. But for now, here's a little preview. From your vantage point, would you share with us, please, where you see the industry going as it relates to the RIA channel for delivering advice versus the broker-dealer channel? If you have any thoughts on that you'd like to share.
Yeah, so now you sent me this questionnaire.
Yeah.
And the question was, first, could I tell you how I became, or what made me successful? And second, how would I see the evolution of the RIA space?
Yes.
And when I thought about that, I said, my answer to these questions, to both questions, is the same. There is just one answer. And that answer is that I became successful by knowing that any business can reach the top of its potential by constantly focusing on working in the interest of its customers. So that's basically the answer. And that means that at IBKR, we are constantly asking the question, what can we do to help our clients to maximize their returns and to feel more productive in the process?
It almost is that simple. Do the right thing for your customers. The money and success will certainly follow. And I think as we're getting to time, could I ask you for just some parting thoughts? And just keep in mind, our audience are advisors that are still with the wirehouses, the broker-dealers, so on and so forth, and they're thinking about going RIA. What might you say to those advisors? Or what would you think?
Think of them, but I think it's what took you so long.
Okay, so now you have my two favorite quotes of an interview. What took you so long? I think we're going to put a pin in it right there. Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
So the answer to the question...
So, because it's crazy, because what do you get? You don't get so much, and they take away 50, 60% of what you earn, right? Well, why don't you just keep it for yourself, right?
Well, I also think we just came up for the title for this particular segment, which is What Took You So Long? I love that. Mr. Peterffy, this was an absolute pleasure. I appreciate your taking the time with us today.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Great to see you.
Likewise. All right.
So, by the way, I think
what an amazing way to wrap up that conversation. And, you know, to leave it with those thoughts, what took you so long? I could not imagine a better way to put a pin in one of our goRIA episodes. So to you advisors out there still in the broker-dealer world, heed Mr. Peterffy's thoughts there. What's taking you so long? Take a look at the space. And I tell you what, I've spoken with, he tried to say, so many advisors, and you talk to any advisor that made that switch from broker-dealer to RIA, and I promise you, the only regret they have is not having done that sooner. So on that note, that's it for this Wednesday's live stream. And on behalf of goRIA, fueled by Investment News, I'm Chuck Vela. I'll see you next week with some more content. Thanks for joining us. Take care.